we need to talk about how to sound smart. Sound quality. Scientific American put out an article that you're actually more likely to agree with someone that you would otherwise disagree with on content alone based on the quality of their sound. The reporter said that when he was listening to two people on a Zoom call on an interview, that the one guy he would normally disagree with, he found himself more sympathetic to, while the other guy that he absolutely agreed with all the time, he didn't agree with him as much because the guy was using his basic laptop mic and he had terrible sound quality. Thomas, I know you have so many thoughts on this.
I have a whole episode. I'm posting it to the chat right now. Hopefully we'll remember to put it in the show notes. But the episode is called Watch This Before Your Next Podcast Interview, because I have found this to be the case where having a microphone, a real microphone in front of you, makes a huge difference. And these it's the same as if you were wearing clothes with holes in it, or if you smelled bad, right? Like somebody who has clothes with holes in it and who smells bad, does that mean that they're not smart? It doesn't necessarily mean that, but you have a bias where you are more likely to believe somebody who's wearing nice clothes and they smell good, right? So the same applies to audio quality. And so investing in a microphone, which isn't very expensive, you can get a really good microphone for a surprisingly low amount of money. And you can plug it directly into your computer, none of which we could do when I started podcasting back in 2007. It was very difficult back then. And the USB microphone options were really awful. I'll give you one tip. I encourage you to listen to that episode. It's 15 minutes long. And I test microphones, different microphones, both myself and I have my wife test them, because some microphones are more flattering for male voices. Some are more flattering for female voices. But for both men and women, I recommend dynamic microphones rather than condenser microphones. Dynamic microphones give you a much better real world sound. They pick up less room noise, less road noise, less pet noise, and less children's noise. So if you have a condenser microphone, and the most famous condenser microphone is the Blue Yeti, it picks up all of that. And suddenly you're trying to fix your room when really the problem is with the microphone. So and I see some people in the chat have the Blue Yeti. It's a very popular microphone. The best way to make the Blue Yeti work, if you have one, is to take the little plastic stand that's on the bottom of the Blue Yeti and throw it in the garbage. And then go buy a $20 arm on Amazon to get that microphone 4 fingers away from your mouth. So a good arm like this one allows you to get that microphone nice and close. And the closer the microphone is to your mouth, the lower the volume can be, or the gain on the microphone. And the lower the gain is on the microphone, the less room noise and pet noise and road noise the microphone pulls in. So I have a lot more to say about this, but I'll stop. But do listen to my episode or watch my video on
in the psych profile
interview.
In the psych profile I've generated for Thomas, I've learned that if he ever loses his mind, the way to bring him back is just to say Blue Yeti. Old Thomas will come back. His eyes will spring open.
My eyes will turn red.